Hello guys. We're right where we left off in last episode. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down on my end. Alright. Just making sure we're still recording. Good. Right? Yeah, okay. I haven't watched last, I don't want to call it episode, but video, because they're very standalone. At least that's how I would like them to be. Oh my goodness. And so I'm kind of curious to see how it will come across. I don't feel like it was well put together, well articulated. I don't know. But speaking of articulation, another topic I'd like to talk about is dementia. And I have a bit of experience with this. Not myself, but a family member. And it's... I would say it was... overall, it was a great experience for me. But seeing someone not be able to recognize certain things, there's just something, dementia's pretty sad. I came across a video of a guy. Is it nighttime still? Well, it's probably another night. A new night. I came across a video of a guy who took his mom for lunch, and she had dementia, and he asked her if she knew whose son he was, and she had no idea. And it was really sad to see. But the thing is, it was harder for him than it was for her, because she had no idea. Just the whole, like, what she was going through. She didn't know she was forgetting things. I mean, she did know in a sense, but like, people with dementia, they know they're forgetting things, and it's tough for them, but they don't know it like we know it. They don't experience it like we experience it. We see it from... Oh my goodness. We see it from an outside lens, and they don't. They can only live through the lens they perceive, and their mental pathways aren't working like they used to. And it can be hard for... Oh, my axe broke. It can be harder for us than it is for them. That's something I've experienced, but also, well, I'll just say it. I had the privilege of helping my grandpa when he was towards his last 9 months of life. I ended up dropping out of college and taking care of him. And it's one of those things, and I didn't really go into too much detail, but I did mention it a bit in the last video. The one titled Genuineness. That just talking about like religion and stuff. I briefly touched on it, but that's one of the things that's really helped solidify my beliefs, is that whole experience. And I guess it's something I might even go into detail in the future. I'm not quite sure yet. But I experienced the whole dementia thing. I understand it, because I've seen it. But with the whole thing, I can say it was a great experience for me. It really opened my eyes, but it also gave me a sense of thankfulness. I'm sure that if I asked my grandpa if he knew who I was, he would have no idea. But when I went over to wake him up in the morning and get him out of bed, there was this overwhelming sense of joy that he expressed. And when I was gone for a couple days, if I was on a trip or something, he would ask my grandma and my aunt, who would come and help, "Where's the boy?" Which was me. I don't know if he could remember my name but it's one of those things he remembers, or he remembered. He's not around anymore on the mortal plane. Do cows only drop leather? I'm trying to get... I guess they do. Huh. I'm trying to think where I was coming from. But yeah, he didn't know who I was, but he knew that I created joy for him. And he knew when I wasn't around. And I can't even like fully understand the whole experience of dementia and what even goes through the mind. But I would say I'm very thankful for the experience. And it's been a help to me. And there's times where I could tell what he was wanting when he didn't know what he was wanting. I don't even know how to explain it, because it's something you develop that connection. Just being there, being around. And you can understand what they want. when they don't even really know what they want. And they change. You're not really the same person when you have dementia. I mean, there's a lot of things you don't really you just can't understand. Articulating can be harder. I mean, you guys probably all know quite a bit. And I'm not sure what I can really bring forth as helpful that isn't already out there, known, published, or whatever. But as an experience, like, I never felt that sadness. From the video that I watched, the guy was crying, like he was in pain, in agony, which is pretty difficult to see. But for me, I understood it, and I guess I know that there's... What? Okay. Not sure what that was about. I never felt that kind of sorrow that that guy experienced, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I never felt that I had a reason to. He was on dialysis. There was one particularly bad time coming off of dialysis where, and this was before I ended up just taking care of him full time. I would take him to dialysis appointments every so often, but he could do quite a bit for himself still. But there was one time dialysis, he came off pretty confused. It's just not a good time. And my dad had picked him up, and he just, I guess my dad said he looked confused, and asked him if he knew who my dad was, and he said his dad's name. Or I think he just said dad. And my dad said, oh, I can't even quite remember. But he asked if he meant his dad or something else, and my grandpa said his dad. And so that was one of the times where he really didn't know what was going on. And there's a lot of little experiences like that. But I think that one particularly was more related to the dialysis, because dialysis is pretty hard on the body. I know it's something I would rather not experience. Oh, interesting. I guess we'll get a cactus. It's getting nighttime. I think we'll build a house. I think we'll build a house on the ice. I think that'll be cool. I think we better leave these closed for now. Oh, that's right, ice melts. I think we'll go with a wool floor. Wait, what? Oh, I can't dye it? No? Yeah, I guess we'll go wool floor then. Nice. We got our little shelter, now we can just wait the night out. It's quite a nice place, I think. I think something everyone should do at least some point in their life. Preferably the younger you are, the better. Because it really, I feel like it helps you understand others and develop a care for others' needs. Is just talking to someone who's gone through, well, you don't go through dementia and then come back. You get it and then you have it and it gets worse and worse until you end up eventually passing away. And I don't want to be spreading false hope or anything, obviously, because it is a sad experience. if you, I guess, for me, I knew there was something to look forward to for him, my grandpa. And that, I guess, helped me be at peace with the whole situation. But I guess if you don't have that belief, then it can be something that is very scary. I guess the whole concept of death is something that's scary. The idea of, well, especially if you don't have something to look forward to. If you believe there's nothing after death, then that can be terrifying, because everything you do on this earth, you want to live it to the best of your ability, I feel like. But there's a sense of, well, there's no meaning, and what's the purpose of living if, oh my goodness, that only makes one ladder? Oh my goodness, that's terrible. What's the purpose of even living if there's no reason to live? That's what it's something that is hard to wrap your mind around, and makes me thankful that I know what I believe. Now, if I'm correct, yes. Oh, cool. Okay, there we go. So now we can make a pathway all the way down to the bottom of the world. Now I gotta fix this. I need to hold on to each item. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a little more difficult than I thought. I think that I probably won't edit these videos at all. I think I'll leave all the awkward pauses in here. Cause I don't know. I feel like it makes everything feel more... My goodness, spiders are hard. it makes things feel more real, in my opinion. Like, if you cut out everything that just doesn't fit, or that you could get away with cutting out, you kind of miss the times when nothing is said. And I'm not the greatest speaker, nor do I really strive to be. I mean, I obviously don't want to be terrible speaking, but I feel like I have a lot of room to improve. And I don't want to take away that ingenuity, whatever. I want it to be genuine. I definitely have more to say on this topic of dementia, but I really don't know how to put it, because there's not a whole lot that I could add that's already out there. I can give my thoughts, and that's just that. They're just thoughts. Oh my goodness, that cow just took quite a fall. Kind of sad. But I think the idea of dementia and death, dementia itself, the idea of losing your ability to, you kind of lose your sense of self with dementia, at least from what I've noticed. It's hard to separate yourself from, I guess, the rest of, you kind of lose your identity. Like, we all kind of develop an identity, and when you go through dementia, you can't share that. Like, it's a loss. You're losing yourself, I feel like. Ooh. I think this will be useful later for mushroom stew. I don't know if it's part of dementia or part of the whole dying process, but things seem to lose value. I think it's probably part of dying. And something strange that I noticed is I felt like my grandpa got more, like, he understood more. He was able to express what he was feeling, or maybe I got better at understanding it. I'm not even quite sure. But there was a feeling of knowing towards the end for me. What is that? That's not what a stair is supposed to look like. My goodness. That is really sad. Oh, I can't hold shift. This is gonna make things a little difficult. Okay. I think that's probably good. What? Oh, I understand it now. I think. I hope. So I got to place blocks like that. You know, we're not using stairs, I guess, for this build. What? I'm so lost. Oh, I think I understand it now, maybe? I don't know. um yeah. Well, I don't know what else I could add to the whole topic. I'm sure once I end this video I'll think of things, but as for now I don't really have a whole lot. So I think I'll probably end it here. Um if you guys like this comment, or if you guys, oh my goodness, if you guys like this content, leave a comment, and I'd like to hear your opinions as well. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see me improve. I know there's things I'd like to see me improve. um, we can always improve ourselves, and I'd like to kind of work on that as well. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.